so gonna quickly eat breakfast, check on one position that I'm currently in, and then I'm actually gonna be heading out today, driving to Boca to meet up with my buddy. I think we're gonna go golfing and just hang out and have some fun. And later on in this video, I will be walking you through my new tool to help you increase your trading win rate this year. For golf, yeah?
Yeah, it's just time to get it in.
Time to practice. This is what I'm the worst at too.
Oh, yup.
So we're in Boca today, and we're gonna meet up with my friend. He does real estate. I don't know, I'm maybe gonna be looking at a couple places, but probably not. More just like a fun day out golfing, and brought my computer, so I'll probably end up spending some time on the golf course, seeing if there's any trades I could put on. But in general, just kind of exploring Boca and maybe checking out a bit of real estate today. We'll keep this pretty candid, and I'll take you guys along my day in the life as a full-time trader in the stock market. All right, so we made it. We are here at the Boca Country Club. This is a private country club. It's $150,000 to get a membership, and you have to own a house here, and then it's $48,000 a year. So you can see there's just like beautiful houses. Do you want to be in the video?
Yeah.
You want to like say?
Yeah, I can be in the video. For everybody that doesn't know, they think it's like probably like 80 out, 65 out, probably maybe a little warmer. Great day.
Yeah, I'm just glad to be here and like actually like have time to get out and play golf. Like in Malibu, I played golf once.
Yeah.
I brought my golf bag all the way to California to play once.
We started.
We're Josh.
We're so bad at golf, dude.
Miles is really good at golf and we're awful.
Yeah, so it balances out.
It's still fun. Look right here. No one saw anything. It's just gonna be 240. Miles being sweaty at golf and us just hitting into the water the whole time.
If the goal of golf was hitting in the water, we'd be killing it right now. That was good.
Oh. See? That was much better.
Look at
That was
that.
pretty good.
How do you feel about this area compared to Miami?
Oh, it's totally different. It's very low key. It feels like paradise here. I feel way more calm. Like the city
Like you
pace
take
is
a
so
breath.
fast. Yeah.
Oh, it made it.
It did just make it over.
Last hole of the day.
Last hole of the day. Great game. Great game.
Great game.
All right, let me interrupt real quick to actually show you what this new, I guess you could call it, tool is that I coded and made custom to my trading and the way I go about trading. If implemented correctly, the idea is that it will help lead to an increased win rate. Okay, now when it comes to trading, a huge variable in your win rate is gonna be where you actually go about setting your stop loss and take profit. Let me show you what I mean, because the whole premise of this tool I created is to be able to set realistic levels. To set a realistic SL, a stop loss, and a realistic take profit. And this is only available as just another thing that I'm giving to my mentorship group students. I'm constantly working on building as many, I guess, ways that we are all able to have success. Not just myself, not just for me to be able to make more money in my trading, but for my students to be able to make as much money possible. And at the end of the day, find that consistent profitability. So, this tool is gonna be available to my mentorship group students. And this isn't anything crazy. This only took me a day to make, but I think it's gonna make a big difference in, my trading and, like I said, my students. I call this my ADR calculator because ADR stands for average daily range, okay? So you can see the average daily range, and I do all my work on the 4-hour time frame, looking back over the last 180 days. So essentially what this tool is telling us is that over the last 180 days, ticker symbol DAL on average moves 1.03% per day. Now that's not to the upside, to the downside, that's just in general. Between the daily high and the daily low on the 4-hour time frame, ADR covers 1.03% on the chart, okay, within that day. Like I said, on the 4-hour time frame, using the daily high and the daily low. That just gives us an idea to when it comes time to setting our levels, TP and SL. And when it comes to having what I like to call your average hold period, now I'm a swing trader and my average hold period is between 3 to 5 days. So when I set a target, say for example, my intention here is to go long on this chart. Say my target is 42.90. And let's say my stop loss is at 36.46. Okay, this is not a trade I would take. This is just for the example of how you would use this tool. Well, we could see the average daily range is 1.03 and the 5-day projected movement is 5.13, which essentially tells me that I need to set my target knowing that my average hold period is between 3 to 5 days, 5 days being the longest amount of time I will end up holding a position. My target has to be within that essentially 5%, right, area on a chart. So for example, right now we're trading at roughly 41.30. And if I just chart up to that kind of target, right, that we set theoretically, well, we're sitting 3.63% above. Is that within my 5%? Yes, that means that is a realistic target that I can expect to hit within that 5 days. Now, when it comes to my stop loss, it looks like my stop loss is sitting about 12% below where we're currently trading. Now, that is way outside of my 5.13% 5-day projected movement. And why this is so important in your trading is when we set our levels. So for example, if I go to the Analyze tab and I'm going to simulate out this position and I set my take profit at 42.90 and I set my stop loss at 36.46. And then let's say I'm buying the January 19th $41 calls at 196 a contract. And I'm just gonna buy one of those. And now when it comes to actually simulating out the position to get the risk to reward, to figure out if the trade is even worth taking in the first place, well, I actually have to choose a date to simulate out that position. So say today is the 20th. Let's say my average hold period is 5 days, that being 5 trading days. I enter today, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 days. So the 28th. I'm gonna go as far out as I can. Essentially, that's the most I'm gonna tolerate when it comes to my P&L open. Okay, so in this case, in 5 days, if I hit my take profit, I'd make 79.88, and if I hit my stop loss, I'd lose 176.36. Now you see at this point, hopefully, why this is so important, why setting a realistic target is so important. Because in the first place, if you don't know your average hold period and you don't calculate for the furthest amount of time that you'd end up holding that position, well, then you might end up holding that position way longer than expected because you're not going to hit that target. You're not going to hit that stop loss or take profit, and the risk to reward might flip. And especially when it comes to options, specifically as the days go on. So say I hold another day into the 29th. Well, now I'm down $177. Now I hold through the weekend into the 1st. Now I'm down $181. I'm going to summarize this because I think I did a pretty good job of writing this out to my mentorship group. Sometimes it's hard to get my point across when I'm showing and recording. There's just a lot going on. But if you look what I said here, I essentially summarized what I'm trying to explain. So using the average daily percentage movement and its projections, you can gain insight into the historical volatility of a stock. Okay, the information can be valuable for setting realistic stop loss and take profit levels based on recent price action. So the average daily range, the ADR, this is the tool I built, the average daily percentage movement gives you an idea of how much the price typically moves in a day. Now, this information can be used to decide whether your stop loss or take profit will actually be hit within your optimal trade hold period, mine being 3 to 5 days. So for an example, if your take profit sits 8% away and your average hold period is 3 to 5 days, yet that stock you're trading only moves about 0.5% a day, so it hasn't moved 8% within 2 weeks, right? Then you should not be taking that trade in the first place. Setting a realistic stop loss and take profit is vital in your success. This is because we need to run our risk to reward beforehand based off our stop loss and take profit. Then we simulate the expected returns around our average hold period to figure out if it's a trade we should take in the first place or not. So by using the ADR calculator correctly, you should start hitting your targets and see an increase in win rate. Now that is the idea. If you guys found any value in this, if you want this ADR tool, go ahead, comment ADR below. And if there's enough comments, maybe I'll just give it away for free. Now, with that said, if you guys are interested in learning how to become a consistently profitable trader, I did want to mention that I do have a mentorship group, which I will link in the description below. If you click the link, you can head over to my website and see everything that is included, and then go ahead and apply if you'd like to do so. But with that said, that that is this tool that I just developed yesterday that I'm so excited to give to the students over inside my mentorship group. I can't wait to see everyone's win rates increase and for targets to actually start being hit and for our accuracy and consistent profitability to furthermore increase. All right, that is the day in the life of a full-time trader. That's it. Yeah. That's a video. All right, I hope you guys did enjoy. See you in the next one. Later.